I hope this video finds you well. Let's talk cars again. I've got my car stuff on. Daniel Ricciardo's jersey, tactical fleet hat. Let's roll. Trucks. Worked at a CDJR store for a long time. Worked for Cox Automotive for 3 years with Auto Trader and Cars.com for 3 years before that. Let's discuss this. Trucks. First, let's talk 1500s, F-150s, and your baseline large vehicle. Baseline four-door crew cab, right? Which one to buy right now? Ford and Chevy co-produce the 10-speed transmission. It has been problematic, to say the least. I know a lot of Ford guys that are not very happy. They're having drum issues, slipping issues, everything else, even at 40 to 50,000 miles. Lately, if you're talking Ram, let's go into Hemis coming back. Even the Hemis before the Hurricane 6-cylinder turbo kind of replaced them, they're having issues too. Hemis used to be pretty easy. It was 1 in 10 was going to have a problem of some sort, and you could hear it. It would tick. The Hemi tick, everybody knows about. But 5.7s on a whole would still go 100,000 miles even with the tick. I'm hearing a lot of bank issues lately, especially in the 21s to 23s. Is the Hurricane something I would buy either? I don't know. I'm waiting for more information on that one. The Tundras, especially before the new motor, are the vehicles to buy. Now the depreciation on them is nothing, so they're expensive. That's the problem with the Tundras. They're expensive, and they're plastic everywhere, and it drives me nuts. But they're a really good truck. I think the Titans are undervalued, especially the 5.6s. That motor is extremely good. 5.6 V8 from Nissan. It's tough to fault it. And their transmissions. They didn't, once they built that truck and they over-engineered them, they didn't touch them. They made small improvements to it. They actually didn't try to make them too fuel reliable. So they're actually good motors and trans. And you can get them at a deal. The Titans are undervalued by far. That's a truck to look at. Especially on the used market. You need a good, 1500 size truck. You need to look at that. The EcoBoost 6 cylinders. Man, I don't even want to say I'd recommend them. But if you can get the 8-speed and the 5.3s from Chevy and GMC with the 8-speed, so pre-10-speed, so I believe it was 2021, somewhere in there. 2020 to 2021 is when they switched to the 10-speed, or before that. It might be 18, to be honest. I should have checked that just to be darn sure. It might be 18. But the 8-speed trans in the GM and the Fords are actually pretty solid. The EcoBoost, always tough, but that's where they put their money. The Coyote has been absolutely kind of the bread and butter, but it wasn't built necessarily to be the bread and butter. Hey, Sierra. Man, it's tough right now. It's very tough if you're looking for a good truck. I really would stress the Titan, and somebody's going to shout at me for that, and that's cool. I don't care. The 5.6 is a good motor. It is. And I hope you like, clip, subscribe. Let's talk through it. Awesome. Feel free. Diesels. Pre-2021, best bang for buck, probably a Ram. Chevys are very hard to find at a good value right now, at a good price. They're expensive because they should be. The new ones are having issues. The Ford is probably the best total overall value out there. And let me hate on the Titan. Don't touch a Titan XD Cummins 5.0, even though, like, it's interesting just how cheap they are. But Cummins was not able to use any of their R&D really and truly from the Rams, so they had to build that 5.0 from the ground up, and it was problematic. It just was. The 6.7, most mechanics will tell you right now the 6.7 is by far the best motor combination out there on the newer ones, and I don't disagree. It still has Ford niggles. Don't get me wrong. Fords are Fords. When you close the door, it's going to make several noises. Build quality is what it is. And a lot of the 2021s, 2022s sat at the Kentucky Speedway for a very long time. They already had some quote-unquote rust issues. Hey, Sierra. It's a crapshoot. I would not recommend a 6.2 gas burner GM product right now. I just wouldn't. They are doing a good job of extending those warranties. But if you don't have a light truck to drive, what does that warranty really mean to you when it breaks? It means a lot of downtime, and most of the time diesels are used for work or for purpose. Now, if you're just daily driving and you don't care, I mean, it is what it is. Make sure you get a good warranty. Or make sure you get one that already had it extended. Diesels are a major issue just in general based on the urea injection. Thanks, Mercedes. I used to be a massive diesel head. My dad and I, we've driven... Oh man, we've always shared cars, but we've driven so many E-classes well above 300,000 miles, at least 7. And we sold them for major money afterwards, even directly to our mechanics. Actually, the last 2 went to our mechanics. Mechanics bought the cars because they knew exactly where they had been, how they'd been maintenance, and everything between. And we got good money for them. Typically paid, the CDI, we got around the 35 grand mark back in the day, and that was just a used loaner, certified from Mercedes-Benz of Cincinnati, and that was a great car. One of the best cars we've ever owned. Took it to 285,000 miles before it had any issues. But urea injection, the emission systems generally only last 110 to 130,000 miles in any of them. Full stop. Can you get it deleted? Can you not? And should you? It's a risk. Understand, unfortunately, they don't make them like they used to. My recommendation as of right now, and you can kick me for this all you want to and just discuss about it. If you need a diesel, you need to go new, or you can get a deal out there, you probably do want to go Ford. They have a major mechanics problem, though. They are months out at a lot of dealerships to fix anything. So that's a big problem when you are absolutely depending on your truck for work. I would love to hear on this, but if you can go gas burner, I would probably do a 6.4 Ram. I really would. Now, it's hard to find a high trim. You're probably going to look at a Bighorn and find Bighorns. But that's probably the work truck to buy right now under 120,000 miles. You can get a good deal on one. They're nice trucks. They're well built, decently, typical Chrysler build quality. But they will get the job done in most scenarios. If you need diesel, it's a crap. They're all three using the same fuel injectors. And those fuel injectors are having problems. And they've all tried to get them to better gas mileage, and just little issues are popping up all over the place. So God be with you. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.